All right, y'all. All right. So we know that House of the Dragon season 3 is expected to premiere sometime in 2026 on HBO, of course. They're going to start filming, as far as I know, in March, and they're going to be wrapping up in October. Y'all, Jace, be very afraid. Jaceres? All right, so let's get right into this Deadline article. Of course, the link will be in my description. HBO drama chief touts big House of the Dragon season 3 battle. Of course, we know it's Battle of the Gullet. Talks Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I mean, I don't know. It might be giving snooze. I don't know, y'all. 3-season plan. Teases new Game of Thrones spinoff. So let's get into it. Coming off an abbreviated 8-episode second season, which surprised fans with its low-key ending. I love how they phrase that, because surprised fans with its low-key ending. You mean disappointed fans with its anticlimactic ending? Get out of my face. Game of Thrones prequel House of the Dragon will come back with a vengeance in 2026. Now, in this Deadline article, they're talking to HBO's head of drama series and films, Francesca Orsi. So she says, "I'm really excited. I think you're going to be in for a great surprise on how we start the season with an exciting battle," she said of the fantasy drama, which is gearing up to begin production on season 3. Now, we know, like I said earlier, that this is the Battle of the Gullet that they're talking about. I'll get into that a little bit later on. As Deadline has reported, for various reasons, including strike preparation, House of the Dragon's second season was trimmed from 10 to 8 episodes, with a portion of the plot originally intended for season 2, including the much anticipated Battle of the Gullet between the Blacks and the Greens, moved to season 3. Now, I think that this was absolutely insane. I know that, okay, the strikes and COVID, whatever, but like overall, I would say that the industry is moving towards a less than 10 episode season per, you know what I mean? It's just, y'all, get us back to 10. Some of these shows need a good 15, 12, 13 episode season, so I don't feel like it's rushed. I don't understand how y'all, because if we had a full season last season, we would have ended with the Battle of the Gullet. Like, it would have felt like something. So, I don't know. Y'all keep pushing it over to next season. What y'all gonna do with the last season? What y'all gonna do with the last season? So, I don't know. 10 episodes to 8, I'm not really feeling that. And this is across the entire industry. I think even Wheel of Time is doing that stuff. I'm just like, y'all, we need some more. We need some more. So, real quick, I'm not gonna spoil too bad, so don't worry. But the Battle of the Gullet was fought between two main factions during the Dance of the Dragons. Just giving you some history. The Blacks, of course, led by Prince Jace, of course, supported by House Valerian's fleet, commanded by Lord Corlys Valerian, the Sea Snake, backed by several dragon riders, including the Dragon Siege. So that's going to be like all out, like sea battle, dragons in the air. I'm sure you got some scorpions, scorpion bolts rolling around, fire blasts. I'm ready to see it all. Of course, that's the black side. The green side, of course, the Greens and their allies, the Triarchy, led by Admiral Sheriko Lohar of Elise. Also included on the green side is a fleet of 90 warships from the Free Cities. Now, this battle took place on the 5th day of 130 AC in the Gullet. Now, the Gullet is a stretch of water between Dragonstone, Driftmark, etc. You can see it here. Of course, it's in the Crown Lands, and it connects Blackwater Bay to the Narrow Sea. Now, this battle was a response to the Valerian blockade of King's Landing, which had been starving the city of food and supplies, like we already seen in season 2. The battle was one of the bloodiest sea battles in the history of Westeros, involving both naval forces and dragons, of course. Now, all I have to say to you, I'm not going to spoil it too bad if you don't know what's going on, but honestly, a lot of the girls already know what's going on. I ain't going to say it though. But what I will say is that you need to get your tissue box. You need to get your tissues. You need to make sure that that's all I'm going to say. This episode is going to be very, very sad. Okay, like all battles are, you know, in Westeros. But like this one is going to be very sad. Make sure you got your tissues prepared, honey. That's all I'm going to say. Now back to the article. Now Orsi, the HBO executive, said, "You know what? It was worth the wait." She's describing the battle scene. She said, "I was just on set and saw all the elements and what was behind it. I'm so glad we waited because it's going to be better than ever. And I don't think that we had the time at that point to do what it is that we've achieved now this season." And she goes on, she says, "It's just so massive. We needed the time to build it. One of the lead producers on it worked on Titanic. So all that he brought in terms of acumen of what happened on the Titanic and how that entire experience is built, he brings that expertise to it." I'm like, okay, all right, y'all trying to sell this, and I'm just like, just make sure it's good, cause girl, we was over here waiting for a season finale on season 2, and that was so lukewarm. Just make sure it's good. I'm glad y'all building it up, trying to sell it to us, but please, we're begging. Now, addressing the challenge of having to balance storytelling and resources you have available to tell that story, Ryan Condal in August spoke about the tremendous number of resources, construction, armor, costumes, and visual effects needed to give the Gullet, which is arguably the second most anticipated action event of Fire and Blood, the time and space it deserved. We are building to that event, and it will be the biggest thing that we have pulled off to date. And it's just like, okay, I get it. Okay, I understand. And at the same time, we need full seasons, like across the industry. Just bring back at least 10 episodes. Okay, so later on in the article, they're talking about Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and how George R. R. Martin praised it. What did he say? Martin said, I've seen all 6 episodes now, the last 2 in rough cuts, admittedly, and I loved them. He wrote this on his blog. Dunk and Egg have always been favorites of mine. They're going to do 3 seasons of it. I'm not really going to talk about this because, like, child, I have to see that y'all are really interested in Dunk and Egg and the Night of Seven Kingdoms and all that stuff for me to be covering it. So just let y'all know. Let me know, actually. Now, a new Game of Thrones offshoot. While A Night of the Seven Kingdoms is what Orsi called an intimate production that will be the exception and not the norm in growing the Game of Thrones universe, we have other spin-offs that we're working on right now, one of which I won't get into, is very promising, and it is still the Targaryen line. There's a number of spin-offs. We can't really guarantee what's going to go forward, but we are very big budget on the other ones. I would say this is the most intimate one. Okay, so I think the other spin-off she's talking about is the Aegon's Conquest stuff. Is either that or Valyria, but I feel like Valyria is going to be the movie that they're working on, and I think that's great. Like the Doom of Valyria in a movie, that would be so amazing to see. If y'all do it right, y'all gotta stop playing with me. Ryan kinda gotta stop. Everybody gotta stop playing with me. Everybody gotta stop playing with me. So yeah, I think the spinoff she's talking about here, since she already mentioned the Night of the Seven Kingdoms, is of course Aegon's Conquest. I think that would be so much fun to see. But yeah, y'all, those are really the only updates we have for season 3. I think we've seen some of the actors talking about the fact that they got the scripts, they're going through the scripts and stuff. So like, they're really about to start filming, y'all. Like, I am not a leaks channel like that because I do want to be surprised somewhat, but I will go over like official articles that come out during the time of filming, like official updates from maybe George or HBO or something like that. But I'm not like really into the leaks before we get to see them, because I want to really drag it on like, you know what I mean, with full context. With full context. No, but I'm excited for the battle. I just, like I said, I'm gonna be emotional. That's all I'm gonna say. I can't talk about this no more. I can't, because I'm gonna get to spoiler. Love y'all so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace. Make sure that you're going to www.zeraxia.com. When you join the wait list there on the site, you will be the first to be notified when I drop my sequel. Also, you'll immediately get chapter 1 of my upcoming sequel of the upcoming book, sent to your email as a PDF. So check that out. Also, this is a different excerpt from my upcoming book, so you definitely want to pause to read if you're trying to get your life. Keep in mind that this upcoming book, this sequel, is following up the first book that is already released called Zoraxia, Wrath of the God King. I released it a few years ago. It was my introduction to writing, fantasy and stuff. So just go easy on me. But either way, as you can see here, it's given 4.9 stars. It's given 4.9 stars. So yeah, check out Zoraxia, Wrath of the God King while you wait for Zoraxia, The Vengeance of Cold Wind, right? And go to Zoraxia.com, sign up, join the wait list, get your free chapter. Thank you so much.